Another episode of Serious Though. I'm your host, Ron. Thank you for watching on YouTube, also listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube Music. Let's go. I know you're like, what the hell are you doing with a fucking hoodie on? Yeah, I know. It's kind of crazy, right? Hey, I'm doing this to get your attention. I want to talk about change. Yeah, change. Hardest thing to do in life because guess what? We get accustomed to it or we follow the pack. I'm talking about alcohol. Hey, I gave up alcohol in 2020 because during COVID, I realized I started drinking way more than what I used to be doing. And I had to realize that didn't have any value. How did I do that? I actually wrote some stuff down and started talking about to other people, like, what value do I have in alcohol? And I had plenty of opportunity to quit because I had other people and I see what it done to them, but it never stopped me. And you may be in the same shoes that I was in. Where I got to the point of stopping was when I started changing my diet. I changed my diet and I would eat some good food, but then also I would go and have a drink of wine or beer or something like that. Right? I love beer. Yeah, IPAs at that, and they're pretty strong too. So what I did was I had to come out of my shell. I had to just realize that I was doing that to hide pain and to party. You may say, well, isn't that what it's for? It is for people that want to do it. You get into a point in your life where you look at things that you've been doing and you're like, hey, I don't want to do that no more. But the other key part of this is you may need support. You may need others to encourage you, or you may just need to be strong to where as though knowing that you may make some mistakes when you're stopping what you're doing. You may redo it again. Some of y'all may want to stop eating McDonald's or stop vaping or stop, partying as much. But you're afraid of what others may think, or you just don't have the courage to do it. Because guess what? It's a lot to do. It's going to be different than what you're normally doing. I'm here to tell you it's rewarding on the other side. You just got to realize that it's a value to you. What's important to you? So the other important thing was my internal. A lot of people don't realize that. We look good on the outside. You may look fly, but guess what? On the inside, you may be hurting. So you may need therapy. Sometimes that's another way to get help. Or to start change. Right? Or sometimes you can talk to people. But remember this, when you're talking to someone and telling them what you're going to do, don't expect them to accept what you're going to do because they may not give a fuck about what you're going to do. So you have to do this on your own. You have to realize that change does not mean everyone around you has to accept it or respect your change. I know I said people need to respect your change, but guess what? They don't, man. They really don't. And then you have to realize also sometimes the things that you're doing or the people that you're around, you may have to change the mindset of when you go out, right? You may not be able to go to a lounge or a bar and hang out because you may want to take another drink or drink a mocktail, which is the dumbest fucking thing I ever thought of, mocktail. Okay, but I ain't gonna get into that. You have to realize that moving on past whatever you're trying to get rid of or do is to benefit you. And also, too, keep a journal. Write it down. Also, ask for professional help if you need it. But don't think that you got to do it alone. Because once I gave up alcohol, I started doing other outdoor activities, meeting different people, and doing podcasts. So this is how I got started. This is another activity I wanted to do. I wanted to share some of my thoughts and pain. So remember this, change is something that is not going to be easy. You can't dwell on the past of what you did and how it made others feel. You have to feel good about yourself. Serious though. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for our next episode. Let's go.